Over the past few years, the Western world has embraced massive open online courses. With the emergence of several well-financed providers like Udacity, Coursera, and edX, the New York Times dubbed 2012 the year of the MOOC. However, MOOCs rely on the internet, and internet penetration in Africa remains low. In 2012, only 14.3% of Africans use the internet, mostly on their mobile phones. Some experts predict that 69% of mobiles in Africa will have internet access by 2014. MOOCs should and will adapt to this new platform. Smartphones will affect the future of education in Africa's developing nations. But rich content like videos may not be adapted for streaming in low-bandwidth environments. Mobile data access is indeed limited in most African regions, and so bandwidth constraints do matter. Unlike internet access, radio is widespread and used by everyone, even far away from the city. Moreover, it has already proven to be a successful teaching tool for primary and secondary students. Programs like interactive radio instruction have had a positive impact in several countries such as Kenya or Mali, increasing teaching quality as well as student success rate. However, radio has its limitations. It is a one-way channel, and unlike the internet, it lacks feedback and interactivity. Introducing Mooc Radio. Mooc Radio is an idea built on top of educational radio. It consists of a platform where the learners are more than passive listeners. The Mooc Radio will augment radio broadcasts with a layer of interactivity made accessible through a mobile app. The service brings local teachers on board to prepare and adapt the material and to interact with the audience. The instructors gather content from various sources like MOOCs and adapt it to radio format. The students listen to the radio and use the smartphone app to interact with the material through synchronized slides, live comments, and quizzes. The app works as a learning tool for students working on their own and as a means of locally sharing the knowledge through podcasts and downloadable content. Let's illustrate the concept with a real-world example. Our story takes place in Africa, more precisely in the Kenyan city of Mombasa. Here we meet Eshe, a young Kenyan girl. She's in high school and today she's studying for the forthcoming national exam with Ime, her classmate. They gather at Eshe's house after school, where they plan on listening to the latest lesson of the Mooc Radio algebra course, broadcasted on local radio. Eshe's brother has a smartphone, which the girls borrow to access the Mooc Radio app. Meanwhile, in the radio station, the host, DJ Focus, and the teacher Mosey are ready for tonight's show. The red light goes on, the broadcast has begun. Back at Eshe's house, the Mooc Radio app tunes into the radio frequency. The first light appears on the smartphone. The two girls are now focusing on the lecture and the slides. A few minutes later, it's time for the first live quiz. Eshe and Imi quickly agree on an answer and select it on the screen. They find the question too easy, so they post a live comment to give some feedback to the teacher. Back at the radio, the teacher Mosey can see the comments sent by the students as well as their submitted answers. Thanks to the app, he knows the audience is following and can adapt his explanations if needed. The lecture is now over and it's time to answer student questions. The host uses his smartphone and navigates to the algebra course discussion section of the app. He goes through the most popular discussions, selecting the most interesting ones for the teacher to talk them over. At Eshe's house, once the broadcast is over, the girls continue studying. They download some additional material from the broadcast page, such as extended reading and exercises. Eshe shares the downloaded files to Ime's phone, sending them via Bluetooth. After half an hour of intense revision, the girls have to stop as it is time for family dinner. The end. By exploiting the existing radio infrastructure, Mooc Radio will bring high-quality learning to thousands of students in Africa. The low bandwidth is no longer a problem, as a broader audience can access high-quality learning through radio. Partnered radios will use it to create improved educational programs. Through the combination of synchronized slides and interactivity, the Mooc Radio app is a powerful tool available to any student with a simple smartphone. Mooc Radio reinvents distance learning and brings open education to the masses.
Music power. Yo, my method for my musical madness, move and motivate those with musical talents. Read it in bold print, we holding it down. Lick a shot, hip hop when we in your town.